What's up, Sean? How you doing? How's it going? It's like I'm like lagging when my input's delayed every 2 seconds or something. It's ridiculous. Oh my god, so we explode. Not a good team. Yeah, definitely not a good team. No, not really. I mean, they're being really slow with the development. So, like, when it comes to the new update that they'll have coming out soon, it's just going to be Stalingrad. So, it isn't really anything. I mean, Stalingrad is basically a copy and paste of Moscow. Basically, what they're doing is a kind of a pay premium access thing where if you get access to it, you get like 7 times the XP if you have premium. So if you have premium, in addition to premium access, you're basically going to have an expedited grind through the campaign. But yeah, it's alright. I mean, there really hasn't been anything else since then. The content cycle is actually kind of slow compared to like War Thunder, because you notice in War Thunder they crank out content really quick, but Enlisted has been slow, and yeah, nothing really you're missing much. Just a new Stalingrad campaign. They're going to add some camos to vehicles, so vehicles get camos. They're going to have silenced weapons in the new battle pass, and yeah, pretty much it. They haven't really announced that they're going to add stuff to other campaigns yet either. So they teased an IS-2. But we'll see how that plays out. And that's probably coming to Berlin. And there's so many like giant craters here too. Like, oh my god, look up. In case we need to move my tank. The guy like was just sitting up there with his turrets. So many like craters here, it's ridiculous. I don't know what this other shit is, dude. Oh man. Yeah, I mean it's supposed to be a cool thing, but we'll see. Like I said, I'm not too. I haven't seen what else they're gonna reveal. I'm lagging. What the hell? I really need to like keep tweaking my stream setup because like I am not. I don't know if you see this stuff going on with like input, but it's like lagging like crazy. It's ridiculous. Like, I'm not even doing that when it was moving me around like that, too. So, it's because of the, what you call it, the bit rate. The higher the bit rate, I guess, but the upload, I gotta go look at my internet, because if it's being slow, then I'm definitely not getting the speeds that I'm paying for, so. Oh, that's a whole headache. And it's annoying, because you pay. My internet's not cheap, especially for the speeds that I'm supposed to get. So if I'm not getting the speeds I'm supposed to get, then that's definitely going to be an issue. Because my upload shouldn't be bad. My upload here is like almost DSL, which shouldn't be. Because from the speeds I paid for, it's not supposed to be that slow. So that's what I do, is just camping out there. team's like so bad right now. Yeah, no, the thing is with the silenced weapons, it's just gonna... It's not, I mean, it's not gonna do anything. Like, it's a waste of a gold order. Like, if you're gonna put a gold order in a silenced weapon, no offense to anyone that does it, but, I mean, it's really dumb, considering there's a lot of other better weapons that I would put a gold order on. Like, the silent weapon is not gonna work with this game with the bots, because the bots aren't dumb. I mean, they snapshot you, quickscope you, so, I mean, I imagine if you try to sneak up on a player that has their bots around, like, that's not gonna work at all. Like, they're gonna see you, and you're gonna get hit, and then, you know, there goes your silence factor. And people are like, oh, what, they coded in. They coded in, it'd be good. It's like, no. I don't think that the bots are gonna be that good. Still haven't taken this freaking objective. Like, what the hell's going on? It's ridiculous. I'm like shut out right away. Finally, we took it. That Captain Awesome Smith, he's like carrying their team, because anytime I can kill is mostly by him. Anaker is okay too. I'm gonna run away. Yeah, I'm just trying to finish up this Moscow campaign. It's like, between this one and Tunisia, it's like the two least favorite ones in my opinion in the game. Moscow's good if you're Germany. If you're Russia, you're gonna. It's kind of always an uphill battle. Tunisia is just. They don't have enough. I don't think I've ever been in a team to play against you yet. Yeah, it's community small, but Tunisia is just. I mean, I don't want to be like pay to win guy, but I mean, there's not enough premiums to like grind that thing out. There's not. So it's really just. I mean, just like I don't know. I don't like playing it because like I put a lot of effort. Like you put a lot of games, you do really well in, and it's like the XP game's not there. That Captain Awesome Smith and a tank is right there. Okay. This is probably going to get nerfed too as a demo pack. Because it just literally does everything. Moscow's good if you're Germans. Like, if you're playing as German, Moscow's, like, amazing. Because you can take out, like, 3 Panzer IVs and just destroy Russians. But when you play as Russia, like, their tanks are okay. I think they're really the big ones, the T-28. But, even the premium lineup's terrible. Like, the Valentine 1, like, it's not good. It's slow. The gun on it's not good. The only really good tank is the T-28, but the first, like, the one I'm using now is the one you get in the campaign level. And it doesn't have a good armor. The gun can only penetrate, like, Panzer IIIs, like, before the J and below. Panzer IV's good luck. I think you can penetrate a Panzer 38T. I think, but I swear I faced one and I couldn't pin it. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna go shred it here to pin and switch to what the gun depression on this. Okay, there we go. So we just clobbered that Panzer III. Got abandoned ship on the tank. Yeah, the PPSH is pretty good. I haven't really bothered setting up a squad with it though, or grinding it out, because I'm just it's like counterproductive in my opinion for where I'm at, because I got a bunch of premiums I can use, so I'm just gonna use those. But the PBSH is pretty fun. Captain Awesome Smith's like literally carrying that team. With that grenade throw. Oh, my tracks are gone. Yeah, I didn't think Quarry's just not a good map too. One of my least favorite ones. No, plain vanilla stuff's pretty good. I mean, I'm more interested in just power grinding because the Great Patriotic War. That's interesting. I've never seen them say that. I've heard of people say about the War's Great Patriotic War. I haven't seen that actually officially. The Battle Pass season will end in 2 days. Please note that the current Battle Pass reset. So that means in 2 days from now, we're probably seeing the update Monday, Tuesday or Wednesday, one of the 2 days. And I imagine we'll see a bunch of new premiums for me to review. Oh! Which is fine! Oh, mine. Except I hope they put more stuff for Tunisia, though. Tunisia's like hurting on premiums. We looked at Tunisia, they got like nothing. Like the biker squad, that's not that good. This squad's alright, like they say. This tank sucks. This squad's pretty good. No, I don't want that. This tank's okay, it's not bad. This squad's pretty good. The Sten's alright. And then the vehicle thing's like kind of just... The biker class is like gonna be like a forgotten class. That thing was just added for like WoW factors and then... Yeah. So this is like literally what I'm going for. Been working on trying to get that for... I only just usually logged in to play and do the XP boost stuff, and then usually that would be it. I haven't been playing as much as I would, just because... It's like, you don't want to get burnt out from it too. Like, I know as me content creator wise, there's other stuff I'm gonna like do down the road, but... Yeah, I can't just see me doing Enlisted as like the whole time gig, because it's like you're just gonna get burnt out from it. Like, I don't know. I know that's like a main focal point of my channel, but at the same time, I really just don't want that to be like the only thing I do, because it's just gonna be like just boring, just like, oh yeah, Enlisted. It's like, yeah. I mean, this thing's really easy to play, though. The one relaxing thing, you turn your brain off and play this. Like, actually, I've been getting into Genshin, Impact. That has actually been kind of one of the things I play on the side. I know War Thunder came out with their update. I'm probably gonna do a video on the A10 because honestly, the A10 it's cool and all, but like in reality, in War Thunder, like the thing that sucks about the A10 is that you think you can just take it out. Like I don't know if you played Ace Combat. I've been playing it for years. Yeah, no, I mean it's true, but I mean I want to expand. Like I know some people have brought it up to me before about hey you should consider because I've done like videos on Magic and all other stuff. People are like, well, some of my viewers are like, yeah, we want to see more of that stuff. I'm like, yeah, I mean I'll get to it. I know Enlisted's kind of like the focal point, but at the same time for me, like I'll be honest, yeah, it is a small game. Me as my own content creator, like I'm not gonna go out of my own way to just obsess over Enlisted and then try to like mooch off of other people to piggyback off them for my own success. Like I kind of like just doing my own trailblazing for myself. So yeah, I'm not really gonna follow whatever Enlisted's meta is with that. Like I'll do my reviews on what I need to cover. Maybe if there's something important, I'll talk about it, but I'm definitely going to be trying to experiment with other stuff. I know Magic, people were telling me, maybe we should talk more about box openings or Magic Gathering Arena. I know that there's a new set coming out for Commander Legends, so that's actually was interesting because I thought, I don't know if you play Magic, but they did a set with Adventures in the Forgotten Realm. And I was like, I think back in the summer of last year, like June, July, and I thought it did bad because I remember people were saying it wasn't like no one was going to collect into it and everything like that. I remember because I like to do on the side. I like to get some of the boxes and keep them as sealed product. So there's some boxes that I've invested into that definitely have gone up in their value. Especially I think if you look at like Zendikar Rising, like their collector box. I think like last year around this time it was like I think 200 and it wasn't doing that well because the cards in it. It was weird because the cards in it were pretty good, but they people didn't. I guess the market wasn't really receptive of it. It was kind of weird, and so I went and picked it up, and then like now I think it went like 2 times the value. I think it was almost like 400 a box. But yeah, when they came out with Adventures in the Forgotten Realm, everyone was, kind of excited because I think it was like the first official Magic the Gathering Wizards of the Coast crossover because, Wizards typically didn't do that. So when they did that, I remember I was going to pre-order the collector booster box that they had. It was like $220, and the price went down. I think immediately after release to like 170 or whatever, because the thing is when you crack open boxes, and that's what people used to do back in the day when like card games were kind of popular, like your local game store, they would go crack open boxes, and when you crack them open, there's a thing called expected value. So it's basically the value you're going to go get on that box when you open it. So typically, to break even, you need to get the cards you pull if their value is equal to so much money, and the money that you get from opening all the packs in the booster box. If they equal the box or more, then there's your profit. And a lot of local game stores used to do that, and that's how they would get their profit because they buy a crap ton of sealed product, and then they would go and open it, and then from their box openings, they make their profit on the card. So when it came to Adventures in the Forgotten Realm, the collector booster, because the thing is with Magic that they did this with collector booster boxes is that when they came out, they're supposed to be kind of like you pay a premium, but you're supposed to get better chances of getting better cards. You're supposed to be getting kind of like rare foil, special edition stuff like that cards. So Adventures in the Forgotten Realm, when that came out, people, like I said, were kind of like initial hype was high, but then the card value was pretty bad. Like a lot of the cards in the set, the rares and the mythics, were actually not that good. Well, they were good, but like the value of the market made them not that good. So as a result, it's like you're paying 220 for a box, where its expected value I think was like 150 or something less than that. So you were literally losing money. So yeah, that didn't receive well, and I think it's still down. It may have moved back up to 220, but yeah, like a lot of people were saying, even the draft, like they had draft booster boxes. They're like, oh, it's going to be a good set because it's Dungeons and Dragons collab with Magic, but and I think some people got mad too because like Magic's got a bunch of lore. I'm not really into that part, but I think there's way other better channels like will cover that, and I'm not gonna even get into that because I don't even know. But they yeah, people are mad because like I guess the Dungeons and Dragons kind of like destroyed the Magic lore, so. That's why I'm surprised they're coming out with a Commander booster set. I mean, Commander Legends or whatever. Because Commander, if you ever heard of it, is basically a 100-card format. It's kind of a social game mode. Like players bring 100 decks, 99 cards. Your one card to make a 100 is your Commander, and you build a deck around that Commander. But they're gonna make a Magic the Gathering set for Commander based on Dungeons and Dragons, so it's just pretty interesting that this set that I thought was a total failure because a lot of bigger Magic YouTubers and even the Magic the Gathering finance, I think they were saying it was bad, turned out to be pretty good. So I never got into Magic the Gathering. Yeah, it's interesting. A friend of mine actually introduced it to me back when I was working with him, and yeah, it was kind of stupid because when I played against him, now looking back on it, he's like I had a beginner's deck or whatever I got at Walmart. It's like a Planeswalker deck. So I don't know if you've ever seen them, but it's based on standard, the format. So you just get this deck that's kind of synergizes around a Planeswalker, but the problem is you only got one of the Planeswalkers, so like it's just like when you play Arena and everything like that, you actually play Magic, you realize that like if you're gonna have a Planeswalker themed deck, you probably need more than one copy in your deck of like 6, because standard's like 60 card format. You only have 4. You can only have 4 of the same copies, and then you have your mana base, which is your lands and stuff. And yeah, the lands. Usually, you want your lands to be like I think 1/3 of your deck. It's like 20 lands or something, 23 lands, and then basically from your lands, that's your mana base. Because every time you draw 7 cards, when you start the match, and then you can mulligan, which means you draw 7, and then you have to discard 1, and then you can mulligan again after that, draw 7, discard 2, and yeah, looking back on it, their standard decks kind of like are bad. But when I played against them, he had a good deck, and here I am with his beginner's deck, and of course I got destroyed because 1, the beginner's deck's not a good deck, and then 2, he's got a way better deck than me. He's been playing since Magic first came out, so it's kind of like whoa. But then I got into Commander and all that other stuff, and then now I play Arena here and there. Arena's not bad, but yeah, paper is definitely where it's at. And the thing is that I was looking at maybe down the road actually buying a better deck, just going on TCG Player and buying a competitive deck so I can just use when I play, because I actually like watching some of the bigger YouTubers like Game Nights is pretty good. They build kind of competitive / fun decks, and I really like the one Coma deck that they had, which was like kind of control / what you call it, having the ability to like draw cards but also shut down your opponents and stuff like that. So that's I'm kind of more in mid-range as a player. I like mid-range decks because the problem with like aggro decks or like solitaire decks or decks with like weird mechanics is that like it's the reliability factor. Like if you're an aggro, you need to win the game at the beginning, like right away when you start it. And if you're like mid-range, you can kind of adjust to aggro players and players that try to have a longer game than you. But if you're like slow, where like you need to take a long time to get to like actually setting up, then of course when you play aggro players, you're gonna just get destroyed. And then if you play mid-range against mid-range, then mid-range can shut you down if you're not setting up fast enough. So it's interesting. There's a lot of different ways to play it, and I mean, of course, there's people that hate other players that play certain ways, like You know, counter spells, which basically anytime you cast a spell or you try to do something, they try to shut you down. So basically, you can't play Magic. And those players, of course, are very annoying to play against. But yeah, I mean, the thing is with Commander is that it adds like kind of like a political stuff to it too. So if you're playing against people, you got someone that's kind of like overpowered or has kind of a strong board presence. You can kind of team up and take them out. You can negotiate. You can add mechanics like diplomacy, all those other stuff. Yeah, aggro's an arena like the best deck for historics like is elves and goblins, and I think goblins is the best because goblins does so much crazy stuff. Like I should definitely make a video talking about just that deck because when I play it, just when I'm want to do with my dailies quickly, like goblins are just ridiculous. Like just I'm surprised that that deck hasn't been banned. Like there's a lot of decks they ban or like ban cards that do certain things, but like goblins and elves have not been touched since I've been playing Arena, and that's been like 2 years. So those decks are so annoying to play against too, because if they get a good setup, like turn 3, you can lose because it's that good. Like those decks are annoying, but I really like my Bolas deck right now because it's pretty good mid range. But yeah, getting back to my rant, I went on this big Magic rant. Yeah, no, I definitely my next video I want to do is just talk about the A10 and War Thunder because I don't know if you play War Thunder, but it's really annoying that this aircraft, which is meant to be used as a ground attacker, has to take off from the air spawn at the airfield with everyone else. So you're taking off with like dogfighters and everything like that. So by the and I don't know if you know like how slow the A10 is, but it's slow. It's literally like I think a super prop can outrun it. Like it's pretty slow. And when you play against it in War Thunder, like they used to have these things called air spawns. So like if you're a certain aircraft type or an aircraft, you would get an air spawn, and that was supposed to alleviate like the fact that like, okay, if you take off from the airfield, by the time you actually get into the match, you're gonna get like shot down right away because there's gonna be faster fighters than you, so faster aircraft than you. So they removed that, so the A-10 takes off from the airfield, and by the time you get to the battle, like you're already gonna have people on your ass trying to shoot you down because like they're faster than you, they're fighters, so they're meant to dogfight. So there's that, and even by the time you get into a match, or I mean, get to the battlefield, you find yourself just dogfighting. Like that's the only thing I've done in probably like 90% of the games I've had with it was actually just dogfight. Like you get 2 missiles. And, you know, they're supposed to be like, what, 8, 9, 11 or something. And people are like, oh, it's, you know, battle rating 9.7, but, okay, you know, you're good. You're good to learn. It's like battle rating 9.7, and, yeah, it's just dumb. Just dumb. I just got a 500-pound bomb on me. What the fuck? Oh, what the heck? I'm not even near that bomb. That guy's been dropping 500-pound bombs on me constantly and wasn't even in a radius. And the thing still nailed me. What the heck? Look at those armored cars getting stuck on everything. Oh my goodness, this thing's slow. Ugh. Okay, well, I'm gonna get off. Appreciate everyone coming out. Thanks for stopping by.